Welcome back, everyone. We're going to be solving LeetCode 876, middle of the linked list. So we're given the head of a singly linked list, and we want to return the middle node of this linked list. If there are two middle nodes, we want to return the second middle node. Okay, so in order to find the middle of a list, we know that we need to know the length of it, and then we can simply mod it by, floor divide by 2, and that'll give us the middle. So in order to do that with a linked list, we need to keep track of a count, and then we have no other choice than to loop through all of the nodes in our linked list and increment our count, and then we'll have to do another loop through in order to find the middle. So let's do that. We'll say count is going to be initialized to 0, and we will have a pointer. This pointer will be called current, which will denote the current node we are currently at. We will set it equal to head at first. Now, while current is not none, meaning we are not at the end of the linked list, we are simply going to say count plus equals 1, and then we will move to the next node by doing current equals current.next. Now, what will that give us? That will give us the length of the linked list at the end. So if we want to print count, we can see what we have. So we have 5, and the length of our list is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, we have the expected outcome for the length. So like I said, now we need to find the middle. How can we find that? We can say the middle is going to be equal to count floor divide by 2. Now we have to loop through our list again until we hit this middle point. So how do we do that? Well, it's simply another while loop, and this time we will say, I don't know, let's just call it present node. Present node will be equal to the head. So we'll say while, and we don't want to loop while present node is not null. We want to loop while middle is not equal to 0. So every time we reach a new node, we're going to decrement middle by 1, and then when we reach 0, we will finally have that middle position. So we'll say while middle is not equal to 0, we will simply say our present node will be equal to present node.next, and then we will say middle minus equals 1, and then at the end we can just return our present node. And that should give us the answer we're looking for. So let's run this. We pass both test cases. We'll submit, and it does run. Perfect. So what is the runtime of this algorithm? Well, this while loop is O of n, and then this is also going to be O of n. So our time complexity is going to be O of n plus m, where n is going to be the length of the linked list for this first one, and m will be however many times we have to continuously go through our list until we reach middle is equal to 0. And then the space complexity is going to be O of 1. We are not working with any new data structures for our algorithm. We are simply just iterating through our original data structure and returning the middle point. So that'll do it for LeetCode 876.